Hi, I'm John. Welcome to AI Bytes. Today, I have two guests with me. Shaurya, that you met in the previous episode. Welcome.
Hi, Yoon. Nice to meet you again.
And Kavya, who heads up our AI division here at Sigma.
Hi, Yoon. Great to be here.
Today, we'll talk about future trends in AI. Let's kick it off with Shaurya. What do you see happening in the next 12 months within AI?
Recently, I can see agentic AI is one coming out of the labs and getting deployed in the production. The second thing is, of course, the small language models, which are coming into picture, which is related to mixture of experts model also. And then, of course, the trust and governance. What do you think, Kavya?
Yeah, definitely. Those three are, I would say, the top trends that are going to be very important in the next 6 months, I would say.
Tell me more about agentic AI. What is it?
Yeah, so you can think agentic AI as now the doing bots rather than just the thinking bots.
Book the movie ticket for me.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thinking also maybe from the enterprise perspective in bigger environments. Earlier, automation used to focus on processes that can be automated by, of course, machines or code, but always required human intervention where a decision needs to be made or a purchase decision, for example, needs to be made. But now, an agentic AI, actually the agent can do all of these steps for you, including the purchase decisions once you have given it approval ahead of time. So it's automation, but next level of automation, thinking automation, I would say.
So Shaurya, what is your take on agentic AI?
Technically, what we're gonna see now is like a better interaction within different tools, let's say. So you ask your agent to do something, right? For example, book a movie ticket, then it goes to a different movie site, such as the available tickets, do the purchase for you. So you see 3 to 4 microservices are being connected and it is handling everything smoothly for you.
It's important that the agents that we are going to deploy have information, multimodal information, but they also have defined boundaries within which they can operate in different contexts, because now we are opening up to our lives, so to speak, to the agents in a way. So they need to have deterministic boundaries on where is their safe space to operate, as well as the proper context before the agent is deployed, that this is the context in which you can operate freely.
Multimodal, what is that?
Multimodality is when an agent or any neural network can accept inputs from different kinds of input providers.
An interesting thing is we here at Sigma Connectivity are working for multimodality use case. The speech delivery that we are working on.
Okay. So is this something you can deploy on device?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We do deploy on device, and that's where our next trend is coming into picture, which is small language models.
yes.
For example, the movie ticket, right? So then there is a small model who does things about movie, dates, tickets, and just that. It's just focused on a single use case.
A simple example, if you would take a large language model as your Swiss Army knife, having all the tools that you would ever need to do anything, a small language model could only be a scalpel or a needle. The data context that the model has is much smaller. So it can be more precise for that particular task that you're trying to achieve.
So what's an example of a, let's say, a consumer product or an industrial product that could utilize an SLM, some kind of on-device model?
Recently, we were working towards one of our audio customers. So that can be one use case that we are just focused towards audio and, let's say, removing the noise around that particular audio stream that is coming. In that context, we can basically restrict the number of parameters within the range of 1 to 3 billions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something a bit, maybe a different context to it is simplistic use cases before and now, how different they can be. Let's say you have to gather data from 100 different devices in an environment. And all of this data used to be taken to the cloud to be processed because of the lack of, let's say, processing capabilities on the edge, or because people just didn't think to process on the edge. But now, with a smaller language model, you can, let's say, downsample. The number of usable samples could be much less if you process it already on the edge. And a language model can actually do that for you on the edge without the need to transfer all of this to the cloud, which can increase the OPEX cost like crazy, enormous amount of OPEX more and more as the data increases.
So we're opening up so much information now from our lives, our personal lives, our professional lives. How does that affect trust? and security? How should I think about this?
So at the training level, we basically create guardrails. We generate a set of rules saying, okay, if response falls in this category, then this is not a nice response, so you should not get these weights updated. But as an end user, it's still debatable because we don't know what's happening in the black box.
Have you ever, for example, gone for a particular brand because you have bought it, I don't know, for a couple of decades, even though there are cheaper and maybe more efficient options available?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there is a very deep psychology to this, definitely, which is the credibility that the brand has established over a period of time. I think that is going to be the currency in the future for AI as well. As long as the product, any AI product for that matter, provides psychological safety for the services that it provides, and also ensures that functionally it provides the optimum level of output required for whatever task it's been deployed for, and is able to psychologically connect, I would say, with the customers. These are the three checkpoints for any commoditized AI in the future if it needs to succeed.
Thank you so much, Kavya, for joining me. Shaurya, it's been a pleasure as always. Thank you so much. I'm John. This is Sigma Connectivity.